everyone. So we're almost at the end of this DT unit this week. And yesterday I asked you to think and start creating your final design for your model car. Okay, so I've had some great things sent through for me. And I know a lot of you spent a lot of time making first models to see how they went. And this is now the time to make your final model based on those changes and those problems that you might have hit the first time round. So spend a couple of minutes having a think about what is on your design that you drew yesterday and what you need to include on today's. So I've popped a few things up on the board that we discussed about just to jog your ideas and jog your memory. So just spend a couple of minutes having a little chat. So you might have included on your design that some bottles as your chassis. You might have even decided that a toilet roll holder or a kitchen roll tube could have been used for the body instead. Cereal boxes are another great thing, which is where I was saying don't throw anything out. I've seen lots of people use different packaging, such as like on fruit, so different cartons for fruit for the chassis, which is very creative. I hadn't thought of that, so well done. Or even some cans. You might have been gathering little bottle lids down for your wheels, or some CDs, or whatever you can get that is round that you've got at home. And hopefully you've got all your resources now that you need, because you're definitely going to need them for today's practical session. You get to build a model and explore your car. So I'm hoping you've got lots of these materials at home, if not more. And I've got a few on my table behind me that I'm going to need in a minute. So this was my design that I had a go at putting together on Monday. I think one of the things I changed though, once I'd finished that session, is I know I was debating whether to have 4 wheels or whether to have 3, but I think I'm going to stick with 4, just so that it's more balanced and just to hold the structure together more at the front. I do also need to make sure that I'm including a space for a passenger to go, which I need to remember to cut out today. And I'm going to have a go at decorating it. Okay, but I'm sticking with this sort of shape just because of what I'm using for the body of my car, which I'm going to show you in a second. So today what we need to be making sure that we're doing is using a range of tools, equipment, materials and components to build this model. So hopefully you've chosen from a range of materials and thought about which is the strongest for the body. You've also chosen from a range of materials the wheels that you need to use, something that's smooth that's going to help your vehicle move, some axles, and thinking about how you're going to join your parts together. Okay, so they're the main things that we're going to be focusing on today. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. Unfortunately, you're just going to see my lovely face. You can see my table of things that I've got behind me. So the other day, remember, I made this car, okay, which I really enjoyed doing, but we said, didn't we, that unfortunately the paint brushes were quite wide compared to what I'd used for the body of my car. And although it did move, okay, the aesthetics of it didn't really look that appealing to me when I was looking at it. Okay, so I want a bigger body on my car today, and my design had a bigger body and smaller axles. So thinking about that, and I had a little rummage around what I've got at home, I found a celebrations box. Okay, so from Christmas I had a big box of chocolates, which unfortunately I had to eat with Mrs. Oxley, and we sat and we ate all the chocolates, and then I got this lovely box. So I'm going to use this for the body of my car, which is similar to the shape that I did in my design. Okay, I'm also decided that because the paintbrushes were too long, I'm going to use pencils for my axles. I'm still going to stick with the cotton wheels because I think they were really good wheels, but I just need to make sure that they turn properly and they're quite close to the edge so that I can fit my model in the middle. Fingers crossed. Okay, and then I'm going to have a look at decorating it afterwards with some bits and bobs. So I'm going to start showing you my designs just to give you some time to have a little think about what you might want to do on yours. So I'm going to start by having a go at doing the chassis and the body of my car. So as I said before, quite like the shape of this, but I need somewhere for my passengers to sit, which is where I didn't put before. So I need to make sure that I'm going to cut out a hole here on top. So what I might do is I'm going to draw it with a felt tip pen to remind me to cut that out at the end. Because remember, when you're doing any cutting, I would like you to have another adult helping you do this, okay? I don't want anyone picking up any scissors without the help from an adult. So I need to make sure that my lid up here is secure, otherwise it's going to fall off. So I'm going to use my tape just to secure that and just to stick that on in a couple of places. And then I'm going to start making my axles and my wheels so that my model can actually move. Now, don't worry too much, because at the moment I don't really like the look of my celebrations box, but I found some tissue paper, or you might even have paints at home, so you can decorate yours afterwards, okay? So I've done my body just about, and now I'm going to go back to my axles and my wheels. So I'm going to, I could use, and I'm debating between using my tape to stick this on here or elastic bands, but I think I'm going to try with tape first to act as my washer. Can you remember to hold my wheels so that my wheels don't fall off? I'm going to go quite near the edge here to create my washer because I don't have much space as I did on my others axle, so I want them to be as far apart across here as I can possibly get them, that I can fit my celebrations box on as my body. Got to make sure then the wheels have enough space to spin and turn, otherwise my car is not going to be able to move. It's another thing I need to be careful with, because I remember last time when I did it, they didn't have enough movement, so I'm just making sure here I can move them from side to side so they can spin. I'm going to check that before I sit them down. Right, then I need my other wheel, some more tape to stick it on. So some people, and I can't remember who it was, sent me that for their body and their chassis, they had used like an old fruit punnet. It looked like it had dates in it or something. I thought that was quite a clever idea, something that could be used. So have a little explore at home, see what you've got. You might even want to use like a cup or a plastic beaker, see what you've got. Be as creative as you like. Okay, the more creative, the better, I think. Right, so my wheels, double check to go turn. Fabulous. Okay, there I need to make sure I can attach my axle to my celebrations, but only when I've done it with a set of axle on here. Okay, so remember we're keeping the washers on our models so that then when the wheels need to turn, they are not falling off. Otherwise, our models are not going to hold together very well. And that's something that I know a few of you found when you were doing this model the first time around. Okay? They can be a bit fiddly, so it might be nice if you've got any brothers and sisters at home to get them to help you do this, a bit of a project that you can do with them. Okay? So I'm going to keep going with these wheels and axles, making sure they're stuck securely on. Can they spin? Yep. That will spin on that pencil better than the other one, actually. With this set of wheels will be even better. Likewise on this side. And when you come to decorating it, you might be able to find that you've got lots of things you could use at home to make your car look quite jazzy, really. You might find that you have wrapping paper, or if you wanted to go for like a super cool look, you might find some tin foil. If you're looking in my dad's drawers, if you ask them in the kitchen, then your car could be all silver, which would be really cool. So now what I need to do is I need to attach my axles onto my car, okay, and then I'm going to cover it with my green tissue paper. So that's the car I've decided to do, okay. I'm going to freeze myself there now and stop talking at you. I'm going to have a little go at finishing my model, but I want to give you as much time as possible to have a go at exploring yours, okay? Once you've had a go at doing this, what I want you to do is I want you to, A, send me a video and show me that your car actually can move from one place to the other. And B, get this car and get your old car and put them together and send me a photo so I can see all the changes you've made from your old model to your new model, so I can see how much you have improved this time around. Can't wait to see all your fabulous work, and don't forget to send me all your designs. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.